Man, what's happening with it? YouTube, man, it's your boy, the Toothless Wonder, reporting live on the Bamboozler Again News Network. And I've been mulling over this for a couple days. Because I've noticed something here recently, right? Sometimes it take my conscious mind uh, a second to catch up to what I believe my spirit is perceiving, right? And I got one of them little kid hearts, little kid spirits. Like seeing certain stuff just saddens me. You know what I mean? And again, with the help of brothers on YouTube, Epic Mindset, New Breed, you know what I mean? They help give clarity to what I couldn't quantify at the time. It was hard to put what I'm perceiving into actual words. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and not just on YouTube with certain things that are going on with the Chosen One's niche, if y'all are aware. I'm seeing this also play out in real life amongst people I've, known or had some dealings with at some time. And it brought me back to an epiphany I came to when I was, in substance abuse treatment, right? And I don't know where this came from, but I said, yo, I'm going to have to start having mental funerals for people who are still physically alive. So what's taking place is they look the same. They look, I recognize them from memory, but their software operating program is different. So they're looking like familiar strangers. It's almost like now what's taking place. It's like, remember when that black stuff got on Spider-Man and it corrupted him? Yo, the same thing is taking place, yo. I give you like what, like of course the YouTube stuff, right? But I'll give you an example, right? Now this it's a particular dude who's actually from my hometown, right? But me and him were in treatment in Baltimore together, right? So I don't personally know him. And there were actually about five of us from the hometown, right? But I'm kind of like the most known unknown. Like I didn't actually grow up in town. Like my upbringing was different. But people know my family if I start like, who you led to, woo, 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 right? So of course, the typical way, I guess it'd be like in any more rural type of setting, like people ask around, such and such, is, just check your background, right? And upon, checking this man's background, like he has a checkered past as far as like being in the streets and telling on folk, right? So me and another brother who I shouted out on here, Blue Hundo, we all know the same people and the same background report that came back, right? Okay, you told on people. Who hasn't at this point? You know what I'm saying? If you live in that lifestyle. But now he's moved into, the substance abuse treatment field, right? And the level of peacocking and, you know what I'm saying? Like the chameleon tactic and me and my mans and them be tripping off of them. But it's getting to the point where it's making me mad, yo. So yesterday I was, doing whatever, and I hopped on Facebook or whatever, of which we're friends, and he was having a discussion about the debate, and I wanted to cover the debate. It was some other things I wanted to cover, but I wanted to let it settle on me first before I came with the rain, right? And now he's praising, which you can vote, be for who you want to be for. That's not my issue. He's pandering, like he was, basically saying, he was like jumping up and down, bojangling as they do, right? Because Kamala supposedly made Trump look bad, right? And then all the typical Democratic talking points, just blind praise, no facts, just emotionalism, right? So I guess he had a friend in the comment section, and she's rebutting what he's saying with facts, right? So of course he goes to name calling, deflecting from the original point of conversation, so on and so forth. So I couldn't take no more. So I jumped in now. So I jumped in. So now the hometown that I went to high school in actually holds the oldest black neighborhood in America, right? He lives in this said neighborhood that has been gentrified, and now it's all Hispanic, right? So he'll hop on Facebook and make, at least two posts a week about the Hispanics being in this particular neighborhood that holds, nostalgia for the colors, right? So I brought up the fact that you do that, but the woman that you're praising is currently in charge of immigration, that you're vexed about, but you praising her because she made someone you don't like look bad. So then he started saying how Trump my high power and this, that, and the third. So I got back on the topic. What about that? Then he said some old like stuff that had nothing to do with that, you know what I mean? And then he said something else, and it was like, he kept insinuating like name calling and all that, right? Now, mind you, I know the man background, and I got off of it just before I was ready to bomb on him, yo, because I can't take no more, yo. When I just watched the New Breed, I couldn't get around. Normally, I can't catch a live, but I couldn't get around to it until this morning with him reacting to Epic Mindsets about Genghis Khan, right? And it just gave so much clarity to what I was perceiving and couldn't actually put into words at that point in time, yo. People are becoming, they're still holding their physical form, but they're being hacked, almost like Agent Smith jumping into a random person on the street to get the Neo. And I said this in a previous video about how I believe a civil war is coming. Not just like the one like blue state, red state, Republican, Democrat, da da da. Real, fake, genuine versus the fraud perpetrator. And I can't take no more. I got my own little. It's not even an issue. Like I'm staying on these people top head at the old treatment center I used to work at, because now I got some more information. It's getting exponentially worse. And my issue isn't for self-grandizing purposes. I'm doing this for the homies in the struggle. I greatly despise, okay, you got an issue, you go to the help, and then the help mess you over because they perceive your vulnerability and manipulate you and do whatever based on that to hold you in a certain place so they can hold power over you. I despise them folks. I'm ready to start making a run at the throne here for the greater good, and then win the kingdom and turn it over to the people. And then I retire. You know what I'm saying? Some old stuff like that, man. I can't take it no more, bro. I can't. And then I'm noticing the common trait among these people, right? When you come with facts, they deflect. When you come with facts in real time that affects them, they name call. You see what I'm saying? They're very pompous, which is totally perplexing to my mind. How are you dead wrong? I show you dead wrong and you still proud. You see what I'm saying? With this semblance of arrogance, right? But these same people who play proud and play tough have sold out quickly. You know what I'm saying? Here's another one of my issues. These same people attempt to portray themselves to others, depending on what social grouping they're in, for the purposes of duping them. This man that I'm talking about ain't helped nobody. You see what I'm saying? He just regurgitates whatever he hears to fit in. That ain't gonna get the job done. Granted. And then in reality, these people be cow. Here's another one. Like what I seen Genghis Khan do. He'll say brothers ain't masculine. While at the time he's saying that, he's operating in an unmasculine way. I seen one John, he was talking about, he pulled out the word talking about you're not supposed to debate. But for the last month, you've been debating people's talking points that they've been making for over 5 years. You see what I'm saying? Like your girl calling you sneaky, you know what I'm saying? But she moves in a sneaky fashion. The only reason I've been broke cuz Negroes get wrote off every day, B. But to the level, like I check him out and I can get about 2 minutes into it, get the general idea of what he's trying to say, just to track the regression of folk who have the knowledge. And that's the crazy part. You actually know better, but have sold out to a system that's crumbling. You know it's crumbling, but you fighting for a position in it. It would make more sense to me to know that, because I can verify that you do know the information. You do know certain things are taking place. You do know, so on and so forth, right? It's almost like attempting to renovate a house that has structural damage, flood damage. You know what I'm saying? And then just dress it up on the outside, when in reality it has no value, so you can dupe people into the perception of quote unquote superficial success. You know what I'm saying? We know the price of everything and the value of nothing. This is insane, man. And I just seen it in real time. And it had me very sad and very vexed. You know what I'm saying? And really don't none of it affect me personally. It's just seeing and understanding the greater application of these bamboozlers have to be stopped. They have to be exposed, yo. I don't think I'd be doing my due diligence if I just like, oh, all right, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But there are impressionable folks who may not be as far along in whatever phase of whether spirituality, the getting rid of vices, you know, the daytime and whatever we living in. Just like Genghis Khan made a video about semen retention. I'm like, huh? Now you saying something beneficial is bad. Woe unto them who call of those who call good or good evil, evil good, yo. You know what I'm saying? They got you thinking selling out is a good thing. Like it's like they fighting to sell out. They're attempting to position themselves to show boss, I'll sell out, yo. As I routinely say, this is a plantation construct, yo. And for those who trying to get off the plantation or do something about that, they will quickly inform boss that y'all planning on getting off the plantation for an extra couple pieces of cornbread and some butter beans, yo. Despise these Negroes. Then it brought back to my remembrance of the story I read in Maccabees, in which there became a civil war between those who had assimilated the Roman culture and whatever perks they got versus those who were still keeping the Torah. You know what I'm saying? And I said this in the last video. I think we about to get tangled up, yo. I don't want. I mean, not saying out of fear. Like I don't. Like I'd rather just let people be, but there's some type of duty that compels me to get jiggy with these folk, man, for the greater good, not for any personal benefit. Because typically, when you go against the machine, you the one putting everything on the line. You know what I'm saying? The Robert O'Neill, the one who sold out the Black Panther. These folk everywhere, yo, everywhere. Like I got another brother I know from back in Baltimore who's got in a position. And if you have a disagreement with him or you slight him in any fashion, not you broke the rules or you did something detrimental to, you know, the safety of a next brother or the institution, he's getting you put out, yo. Yo, I covered the Jay-Z spirit in folk. All this attempting to, you know what I'm saying, blackball people and turn the real or turn the public opinion of the real of you know, let me rephrase that. Attempting to shift the public opinion of those who are real and genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like what I've seen from Genghis Khan, like he looked the same, but he's got a whole different software opera. Like he's been infected with with malware at this point, yo. And I don't know if he real, like I said, and Newbury said this. I think the mind they done got to him, yo. They done turned him, yo. And now his sole purpose is to sow discord. That's another thing they do. Just pop up and cause division. Pop up and sow discord. Pop up with 1,000 pieces of information that ain't pertinent to nothing. And then when you ask them, you can test this out in your personal life. Ask somebody who's trying to be confusing a simple, direct question about them. They can never answer it, but they got 17 years worth of content and mouth about the next person. You can't be handling your business if you know all this inside information about a person that you don't know like that, yo. Everything I say is from personal experience because I was there, yo. And then they'll be dismissive of the validity of the facts of your saying, like you wasn't boots on the ground physically present when said events happened. This is crazy, yo. This is insane, folks. Just saying it. And one of it is because, you know, like I generally want the best for everybody. But and now we got to be in the last days because now we're seeing this great falling away of the faith. This great falling away of just proper conduct. This great falling away from just ethics and a conscience. You know what I mean? Like I was covering at the old job when I had to give it to him one more again. Yo, people like the staff who works in this institution, and we talk all this healing and how to get through life and so on and so forth, they were all during their 90 to 95%, whether they be the BHT department I was in, clinical, nursing, administrative, they all got these numerous wild allegations on their jacket involving men who at best who are just trying to get functional in real life. They're giving their box away to groupings of men who probably, you know what I'm saying, wouldn't get no play nowhere else on earth, yo, from a character standpoint. And I can say that because I fell in them ranks and realized that and did everything. I started researching on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, just different points of just becoming a better man, you know what I'm saying. And then when you become a better man, now you the enemy, you know what I'm saying. But if you buck broken, or if you're willing to sell out, and if they, give you a couple articles of polo clothing, you know what I'm saying, and you can get some fanfare, all that superficial stuff, and your soul gone, you know what I'm saying. Like, I go through whatever trying to hit certain goals. That's the main crux of my frustration. But my soul intact. I'm still willing to go to war. You know what I'm saying? I'm still willing to help. You know what I mean? uh, like I've been blackballed to some degree, but when I see people in real life, they hug me. Oh, you so courageous. Oh, I thank you for doing that because I couldn't do it at the time. And what do you think? And ask, what I'm saying, my opinion on certain things pertaining to life or just situation, whatever. And I've never led nobody astray. We got enough bamboozlers out here. They don't need one more, yo. The market is flooded with bamboozlers. The harvest is plentiful. The laborers are few. You understand me? And it like that joint sat on me for like 2 days. Like, just what am I feeling, yo? I'm seeing it. I'm feeling what I'm seeing. You see what I'm saying? And it don't feel good to thine spirit, yo. And then it helps give credence to this path that the Most High has had me walk, of some semblance of isolation. Because these folk dangerous, yo. If you get around these folk and they pick up you not like them, they gonna start, setting up the minefield on you in an attempt to put a chink in your armor. You see what I'm saying? Because deep down, these folk envy you. You know what I'm saying? And they can have way more than you, but they ain't got the love you got, towards yourself or others. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody asking them people for advice. Ain't nobody going to them in their time of need. You see what I'm saying? They're just propped up by an illusionary mechanism and system. You know what I mean? You couldn't dare walk the path I walk. You couldn't dare willingly take on the challenges I take on. Like, I'm getting into this space now, like I'm about to make myself purposefully uncomfortable, because that's where the growth at. I wouldn't be like I am now. Now, in a general sense, personality-wise, as far as information, but the application thereof, that was all honed in affliction. That's why I was wondering why I can't get out of this. Nah, because it's working on your insides. You know what I'm saying? And it's a slow process. But trust and believe, after this, you be like gold, baby. Valuable to yourself and others. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no bow down. Ain't no sellout. Like I said on Life, when they wasn't talking, he said, man, he said, man, if you shoot him right now, I'll walk you out the plantation myself. He said, man, you don't want to do that, boss. Cause I'm liable to shoot you with it. You know what I'm saying? But New Breed he had said that, and that's what I was quantifying. Like, there's this. It's almost like there's a civil war on YouTube. There's a civil war in your family, civil war amongst your friends, because, like I said, all that middle ground has been eroded. You either over here or you over there. You gotta pick a side and you gotta stay there. You know what I mean? All that flip floppity and jumping around like House of Pain ain't gonna get it, yo. You know what I'm saying? And to those who are on whatever side they on, just like in the gang, you just can't, be a part-time gang member. You all the way in. Whereas though you know what come with this, and you accept it. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's part of the issue. Everybody want the glory, but nobody want to get their hands dirty and get in the mud and the muck and mire where the glory is built at. You know what I'm saying? You just want glory for the sake of just glory. It don't work like that. You gotta go to war to get the glory, and to get the spoils of the war. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, there's a time for diplomacy, peace, so on and so forth. This is warfare time. And I've had that in my spirit. It's warfare time. Not in the physical or, violence or nothing like that. Just in the sense of drawing the proverbial line in the sand and getting and digging and getting dug in. This is where I'm at with it. Win, lose, or draw. I ain't moving. I'm not budging. There's nothing you can offer me. You know what I'm saying? And I could be in a place of lack, but I'm still not taking that. I am embracing this hardship. I'm embracing, this lack. You know what I'm saying? Willingly. You know what I mean? If that be the case, I'm embracing whatever come with the terrain. You see what I'm saying? But I just wanted to hop on here, man, with a real quick one. And y'all stay up out here. And don't turn these bamboozlers into jokes, yo. You know what I'm saying? You know how they got the 4 stages of grief. I think it's anger, sorrow. I forget one of them, but the last one's acceptance. And you accept it to a degree. But turn these people into a joke. I'm ready to start frying main man up on like, if I know you, I'm gonna just start antagonizing you. I'm gonna start, you don't get to get away. No. It don't work like that. And you can do the same to me. It wouldn't be true though. You know what I'm saying? And any wrong I've done, I've admitted to it and repented. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have the ego here. Like, if I wrong somebody or do something wrong, here's another one, right? Sometimes you may not always know what to do, but you should know what not to do. And that's part of just not, going by the wayside. It's not doing the stuff you know you ain't got no business doing. And on that note, man, I'm going to holler at y'all. Let me get in this gym. Love y'all. Ooh, ah!